I'm Mark Medina with the LA Times Lakers blog, standing here at Staples Center. The Lakers coming off a 108-95 victory over the Clippers, and you can really break down everything you want, whether it's Andrew Bynum's aggressiveness defensively and offensively, Pau Gasol's ability to pretty much score from the mid-range or drive to the basket, Shannon Brown making up for a poor shooting night with just getting some energy plays. The entire bench, with the exception of Joe Smith, playing. Devin Ebanks getting a few highlight reels, some alley-oop lobs. The Lakers holding the Clippers to 37% shooting. But really what it comes down to is Kobe Bryant. He left toward the end of the second quarter where it looked like he was in a lot of pain. The team said that later on that he had a right elbow injury. It was what they termed the funny bone. There's certainly nothing funny about it, and he was limping off the court after it happened. He asked Phil Jackson to take him out. Then he went back to the locker room to get some treatment, try to improve his range of motion, and in typical fashion, he came back in the third quarter and just lit it up from the outside, went 8 of 10 from the field, and really that re-energized not just his game, but the entire Lakers effort. At halftime, Phil Jackson had thought that, it looked like that the Clippers may have wanted this game a little bit more. Obviously, they always try to gear up for, big games against the Lakers to prove that, they're no longer the punching bag of the NBA, with having the likes of Blake Griffin and Eric Gordon and whatnot. They were a little shorthanded because of that trade that sent Baron Davis to Cleveland. But nonetheless, the Lakers really set the tone because Kobe Bryant really came out firing in the third quarter. And really what it comes down to is two things. Kobe obviously shows yet another example where he can pretty much play through any pain that doesn't limit him from moving. And secondly, he's willing to make those adjustments. He kind of remarked after the game that he's been playing basketball since he's 2 years old, so he knows how to make those adjustments. And really, he just kind of altered his shot. He shot a lot of shots left-handed. He made sure that his release wasn't deep to put more pressure on his right elbow, but he was still equally aggressive, driving to the basket, but shooting a lot of jumpers, also trying to facilitate, finding Pau Gasol inside. So it was, really like nothing happened to him, and that's something that both Shannon Brown and Pau Gasol said afterwards. That was really hard to notice that he actually had any pain. Shannon actually was kind of joking to him that Kobe was almost like exaggerating his injury the second quarter, throw the Clippers off a little bit and pull a little rope-a-dope on him. But the reality is, I'll let Kobe kind of say it. He said it was very sore. He used a few expletives to also describe the nature of the injury. But this is something that he's played with before. Actually, you only have to go back to last season when the Lakers played the Sacramento Kings the day after Christmas. He also had an injury to his right elbow in that funny bone area toward the end of the third quarter. Came back minutes into the fourth quarter, and it looked like he didn't miss a beat. He scored about 38 points. That game went to double overtime. He was really able to hit a lot of key shots down the basket. Down the stretch, and those even came right-handed. So as far as the severity of it, obviously he got some radiation treatment, and obviously it's something that he has to monitor because it is sore. But knowing Kobe Bryant, he'll play through it. He'll find ways to compensate. And unlike his knee injury, this is something that you can actually play through. Obviously, when you have a serious knee injury that he had last year, that limited his mobility, his explosiveness, and he also had a left ankle sprain last year. He had to sit out 5 games because of that. Those are a little bit different because it kind of prevents you from moving anything upper body, whether it's a finger, elbow, shoulder. Kobe's going to be willing to play through it. So it'll be really interesting how his body responds, but no doubt about it, he's going to try to manage his best, make the adjustments he needs, gets the treatment that he needs to make sure he stays sharp, and he demonstrated that tonight against the Clippers and ensured the Lakers getting their 3rd straight victory after the All-Star break.